Here we are again. Back to square one. What do you think of that? I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, you need to know what I'm talking about. Because what I'm talking about, you have to know what I'm talking about. It's relevant. I mean, seriously, it's all relevant. What do you think? I mean, Batman and Robin, why you hiding in the corner hobnobbing? You must be slobbing. Dirty Sanchez, I know somebody named Muez who don't like me. Guess what? Who cares? About to drop like Shinnin', so be prepared. Don't act scared, eyes wider than Ric Flair. You smell like you fake, go stand over there. Where's my Dominican pound cake with the Haitian sprinkles? Some men sit down when they piss, they go tinkle. Supposed to be grown, but it sound like Rocky Bullwinkle. Mortal Kombat, whoopsie. I bought a bag of shit coins, the chart went whoopsie. Where's my wife? I need her to come soothe me. Cause I bought a bag of promises and fallacies. I don't appreciate the disingenuous nature of your statement and your stance. Shut up. This is I'm from the Bronx, but I'm not Derek Jeter. You sold the coins, red candles, you a Jeter. I know some kids doing time for holding heaters. They put the grip by the waist next to the skeeter. A true seeker who likes to teach, relax, and kick my feet up, show the kids a better way. Other than being G'd up, find a better way. That's what it is, always. Peace. I want to do good in this world. And part of doing good is sort of giving back. I mean, I like crypto. Part of my doing good is talking about Hex. Most efficient with this cryptocurrency edition. They say I'm brainwashed to spell the superstition. I mine my Hex on the PulseChain. If you don't, you could catch a migraine. Most efficient with this cryptocurrency edition. They say I'm brainwashed to spell the superstition. I mine my Hex on the PulseChain. If you don't, you can catch a migraine. I really don't know what that gentleman is talking about by catching a migraine. I mean, what does he mean by that? You gotta wonder, are you serious? Are you serious?
What up? What's going on? What's happening, everybody? Greetings, salutations, more Hex. Greetings, Westcott, Glizzy, ATX Crypto. What's happening? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good people. Shout out to ATX, Westcott, more Hex, Tail 7. And by the way, folks, before I continue on, if you're not familiar with Pulse Nation, you got them right here in the chat. Go follow them on the socials, YouTube, Twitter, Westcott and ATX Crypto. You already know, or you don't know. You don't know. And Disciple, matter of fact, you know, the big three, the trifecta. Hey, yo, let me just say something, man. It's been a year since over a year actually since those guys invited me on the stream. It was the barbershop John. Yeah, man, I never left. Shout out to everybody, yo. Shout out. What's going on? Noonie. Hey, what's happening, man? I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I don't know how to make beats for nothing, man. I just, use what's available in the internet and make it work. The last joint was a Griselda joint. I don't know who produced it though, but appreciate you more, Hex. Blind royalty. What's happening, man? Oh, you think so, man? I appreciate that. He said I've been cooking. Where's my super chat? I don't know, man. Listen, I'm still, technologically challenged, believe it or not. Been on this YouTube thing for like, I don't know, man. It's embarrassing how long I've been on YouTube, and I don't have a super chat thing set up. I don't know. I'm listen. You guys got the pulse, right? Your fingers on the pulse. Pun intended. You've got your fingers on the pulse chain. You know about this technological stuff. I got these again. The same shout out to Pulse Nation. They, with the whole inspired me with AI. Bro, I'm trying to keep it simple. That's why. What? I'm on my hex on the Pulse chain. Well, I mean, that's all. It. That's it. You guys are more advanced. Everybody, liquidity pool, V3, V4, 5, and 6. You guys got all this going on, man. You got, Glizzy, this, Glizzy, that going on. Yo, hey. Don't get hurt. That's what I'm saying, man. Don't get hurt. More access pulsation. If you know, you know. Crypto Gains Club with the top hat. Salute. If you know, you know. If you know, you know, folks. I try to keep things simple, man. Those Steezy in the building. I try to keep things simple. And again, I'm gonna try not to keep y'all too long because I ramble. When I ramble, it's just like, yo, man, this man never stops ranting. That's just what I do, man. I don't know why. It's just I was hey. I'm like, hey, man. I ain't gonna be mad at myself. Got enough to deal with. Yo, Glizzy, stop paying me, man. Let's get right to it, man. Glizzy, stop paying me, man. Thoughts Child in the building. What's up, man? Thoughts Child, man. Yeah, people, Thoughts Child. Thoughts, man. Thoughts spit a freestyle, yo. That was so effortless. I was like, I can't do that. The man spit this freestyle was like, you could tell it was freestyle. It was just like talking about whatever was around him and made it cohesive. Incredibly shout out to that. What we doing, Thoughts? Come on, man. Thoughts. What we doing? Come on, man. Yeah, your material is just you just, oh, this and that, whatever. I can't do it. All you MCs out there, I salute y'all. Your artistry, creativity. I salute y'all. Whatever you do, whatever capacity, man. Like as far as however you creatively express yourself, I salute that. My time has come and gone. You know what I mean? My time has come and gone. It may still be around, but that's not the focus. The focus right now is to learn about what we have here so Glizzy can continue to pay us. We need the right Glizzy to pay us. Where we don't have to work for it. I don't want to work continuously. Like I've been working. That's why. I've been working since I was 12, man. It's crazy, man. It's abusive. I'm tired. I don't want to work. I just got a notification. I just got real life. Got a notification, and if I retire and this and that, they're giving me a paltry sum every month. Minuscule, embarrassing. I'm too ashamed to even say how much. And here we are in this crypto space, and we need Glizzy to continue to pay. Don't stop paying. Come on. Glizzy is a mindset too. It's not just a token. It's a mindset. And it stopped paying me, man. You know why? You know why Glizzy stopped paying me? Because I stood in my own way. I stood in my own way. And that's a conversation I need to have with myself. I'm not supposed to have it on the internet. I'm not supposed to embarrass myself and be transparent on the internet. But what I do see, wait up, DJ Bomber, what's going on? Hold on. Hold that thought. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get to that. Hold that thought. DJ Bomber, what's going on, man? Ramble away. You say you love it. Sometimes I get tired of hearing my voice. And let me tell you something too, right? After I do every stream, I don't know how you all feel, like you creators and content creators. But every time I do a stream, when I get off the stream, when I stop, I forget about what I talk about, yo. Like 95% of whatever I was rambling about is just left in the ether. Like I people remind me, or unless I go and check and read, right, which I do sometimes, I won't really remember 95%, but I do remember uh the themes, the messages. And sometimes it's cringe when I listen to myself, because it's just like, yo, man, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. He said twin glizzies on Bumpy Knuckles. Oh man, you already know, man. Freddie Fox, the OG man. Salute to him. Pop Duke. I follow him on Twitter. You already know, Dots. You already know. He said, talk your talk, keep going. RG3 in the building. RG, glad you came through. And glad we had a dialogue yesterday. Appreciated it. Learn some things about myself as well. Like, and actually, this is what I was gonna say. Now that you're here, and not even now that you're here, but Glizzy, stop paying me. I'm gonna tell you what this whole thing is all about, and why I was gonna say the whole thing about transparent. I'm not gonna be completely out here because it's a personal thing, but as a community, there's something that's happening that I think has to be addressed just for the betterment of each and every one of us individually. Listen, I'm not a mental health clinician, but when I do talk mental health, I hold on to Glizzy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we do. Yo, listen, we need to talk. Communication. Without communication, right? Without communication, many aspects of what we do falls by the wayside. We misunderstand, right? We lose all around. And I'm watching things within the last couple of weeks, all the way. I see things reaching a boiling point. I see things reaching a boiling point in this community. And it's crazy. It's powerful because I don't know any other communities that do things like the way things happen here, because I stopped paying attention to other communities. And I'm glad. I don't want to be on other blockchains because I know myself. A dog has 4 legs and walks one path. I got to focus. When I'm distracted, if I'm spreading all these different directions, it's not good. This community is fractured, splintered, divided, crazy. But why are these communities divided? Why are we divided? Why did we get to a point right now when the Glizzy stopped paying? Why we got to the point right now? Because attention is currency. We seek it. We seek attention. I'm seeking attention right now, even talking on this device. I'm not absolved. I'm no exception. We seek attention. And that's currency, and it's in and of itself, for whatever reason. But the attention that many of us seek now in different communities on this one singular blockchain, PulseChain, sort of like, and I don't know if this is not a perfect situation, but it's not cohesive. There's no cohesion. As much as we try, it's all divided. It's all fragmented. Everybody here, oh, this group here, that group there against this one, cancel this one, gatekeep that one. Oh, no, but it's supposed to be freedom of speech and this and that, and you guys don't know what you talk about. This, like, it's crazy. Because a common denominator in all this is trying to get to the bag, trying to make money in a harmless, in a way where no one gets hurt. But a lot of us, including myself, We get caught up in emotions. We get caught up in ego. We get caught up in all kinds of stuff when all we trying to do is get to a certain point, is to achieve our own goals. Some of us miss the mark, and then we pick up from where mistakes that we made, learn from them, and keep moving forward. Others miss the mark all entirely, realize they missed the mark, and then they leave. And then you have people, everybody doing everything in between in a way where, okay, you're trying to get in where you fit in. But come on, man. You know, I've been in here in not this community, but in this crypto. Once I discovered crypto, Bitcoin, in May 2017, I'm this it. I became a believer in crypto, period. Like the whole everything that it's about. Like it's a part of my life. And I'm grateful for it. But it's bigger than crypto because you have individuals, or the community, back to the communication and community and the people. We make these things work. If we didn't use them, the value would go to zero. It'd be for nothing. All this would be trash. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. But here we are right now, right? I've been talking, for example, me personally, right? I've been complaining about a lot of things for several months, but since PulseChain launched, I've been complaining about different groups, different founders, what they've done, individuals, this and that. We get it. But I'm not the only one that's been complaining about these certain instances and specific things that have been going on and these activities that have been taking place. Not the only one, because you hear it. You hear other people sort of like say the same thing, right? And there's been no real meeting of any minds on a larger scale to put it all out on the table. What I'm saying, let me give you an example. In July last summer, the Glizzy stopped paying me when that Twitter Spaces about the elephant that was not in the room, that 7-hour Twitter Spaces that was not recorded, that was talking about Richard not being present, active up to that point. The messages, the things that were being said, I didn't agree with. And trust me, I couldn't stay on for 7 hours to hear a whole thing because I had things to do. I mean, 7 hours is 7 hours. But one of the things that stuck, that I understood the purpose of people needing to come together, people meaning certain individuals who were project heads, right? Who just had big followings within the community, had to all come together to figure out how to move forward. I get all that. And I see the purpose. I understand that. But some of the messaging, like it started then with this talk about toxic maxis. It started there. I know I'm a man of a certain age. Memory is not the best, but I remember hearing the person who hosted that Spaces say on more than one occasion, that the leaders needed to get together to break toxic maxis. Number one, I didn't take too kindly to that at all, because I'm saying to myself, how is that even possible? How can anyone in a decentralized space talk about breaking anyone or any group of people as if you own something. Like, I don't understand. Like, right? It's everyone has access to these things. We can't keep anybody, whether we like them or not, from interacting in a space that we claim is like mostly decentralized. Like, number one. Number two, there were other founders there listening to this rhetoric. They didn't give any pushback. They didn't defend. They didn't even speak or even, right? They didn't even bring a contrarian viewpoint against that messaging. Toxic maxes. Why I say toxic is because certain things were said about understanding the risks involved with investing in crypto with people who have not had any track record up until a certain point, where people have sacrificed millions and hundreds of millions of dollars in a bunch of sacrifices separate from PulseChain and PulseX. The risk involved, where you're not going to get a return on your investment. The risk involved with people who just pop up out of nowhere, come into a community, and basically vampire, right? Build their popularity off of this same community. And if you're nice and charming, and intelligent, et cetera, then shortly after they come on the scene out of nowhere, they're telling you about things that, they're launching, sacrifice this, new coin, new project, this and that. How most of those endeavors have failed the people. Like, these are not lies. This is not about toxic. It's not about being insulting. This is just truth. I don't care if someone has a PhD in computer science, right? Folks come in and they speak about their accolades, their accomplishments, which is great. But sometimes when you come into crypto, you have to leave all your accomplishments at the door, in a sense, because your credentials don't really matter here, because the things that we do in crypto and DeFi, more often than not, I've discovered, are the reverse of what happens in real life. The exact opposite of what happens in real life. Financial legacy, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really apply here. You just have to know how to balance. But folks come, and this is what they do and they say. And then when these things are brought to their attention, they'll not like what you're saying, maybe even agree at that time, then go behind the scenes, get on the spaces and describe that information you shared as being toxic. And that's the problem. And since then, there have been just explosions, boom, 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 landmines going off of the same thing going on, right? Other people just discovering for themselves the things that they see that they want to challenge and say, hey, what is this about? You launched something, the monies that you raised are not even used for the certain projects, for example, right? We always see, there's no liquidity, but you got millions of sacrifice. What are y'all doing? All kinds of weird stuff. And you watch how these people behave over time, over the last year, and they just want to continue the rhetoric about, toxic maxis, they're bad, this and that. You need builders and this and that. No one is against builders. For example, if there weren't builders, there'd be nothing to deal with. We wouldn't have anything to deal with. Our thing is just be genuine, be real. Don't flake, don't fleece, don't rug. And on top of that, in the 7-hour spaces, the same 7-hour spaces, the same sentiment that was shared, one of the sentiments that people talk about while they fade or downplay people who've been trying to hold true to the tenets of principles in crypto that Richard Hart was teaching from day one. These same people are fading Richard. These same people are insulting Richard. These same people are talking crap about him, when if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't all be here listening to some 7-hour jargon. At some point, we see it as some form of entertainment, but where's the value, though? Where's the value in being disrespectful? You know, you know, every time you point a finger, expect three to be pointed right back at you. I'm no exception. I'm just trying to make sense and understand some of this because I've also onboarded people and they come to me asking me questions. And then when I look and they show me what's going on here, all I could do is shake my head and try to redirect them and help them see, listen, a lot of this stuff is just noise. Because when you zoom out, and people don't want to zoom out, they want to think about today, right? Everyone has their own threshold and what they could deal with and what they not, their own tolerance, levels of patience, right? Deal with stress differently. And then when you're seeing these things take place, the animosity, the hate, the beef that people have with one another, and it's just grown. It's just grown. People don't forget. It's just grown. They're not addressed the same way. Like it yields harmful results. It yields separation. It creates these things that we have here, in a sense. Because I've even heard other groups, like other groups within PulseChain, talk about some of the similar issues, even though they have entirely different projects going on. And many of them come from the same foundation. You know, it's not something that's strange to see someone who started in Hex. Now you're on PulseChain, and the same Hex person that invested, the same Mexican, is dealing with a lot of things that they like. Is dealing with a lot of coins that they like. That's not unusual. That's just life. It's just what it is. It's just life, and it's just what it is. But my whole point, where the Glizzy stopped paying, is where, because so many disagreements have become sort of like, it's been accepted. And I'm not talking about just coming to kumbaya, but all these differences, because one group could be against another group, could be against another group and another group, and everybody talking. No one's coming together and say anything. No one's coming together to even show in good faith, at least pretend like, yo, these matters are being addressed and it's an issue and it's not going anywhere. So at least speak about it. Like come to something. Meet somewhere halfway and then address. So then at least historically you have something to refer to say, hey, we talked about this before. Like, let's say you speak and there's no resolution, and you continue, well, at least you tried. But, you know, someone could say, well, you know, no, because you're talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars right now. And then when things start soaring, you talk about billions and billions of dollars, all this stuff, kind of stuff, and people can't come to a certain resolvable understanding, even to agree to disagree. Where's the maturity in that? Where's the understanding in that? Where's the respect? But listen, crypto is a solo sport. That's a term that's coined by Stunner Breezy, a Hexican too, who has since also become very active in other communities on other chains, but still a Hexican too. A Hexican who I personally had beefs with when Hex launched. And we had our own childish war problem, whatever nonsense, because I didn't like Hex in the beginning. I wasn't a Hex supporter. I thought Richard was trolling the entire space until there was an understanding. I learned from him, he learned from me. We learn from each other. But there's so many variables involved. I'm not looking for like a clean slate to start everything all over and things like that. but you see what's been bubbling. I'm just one lowly streamer out here. But some of the sentiments and things that I've shared, other people also have their own position, their own opinions, their own ideas, similar or maybe not so similar to what I speak about. And we're all a part of it. We're all using PulseChain. And we're looking at certain individuals that have taken the reins to elect themselves to be leaders, and we're saying, what the hell is going on? And then nobody cares enough. In other words, when I had the conversation yesterday with RG, I was like, yo, this the same way I came into the conversation is not the same way I felt at the end of the conversation. You see? In a sense where you can agree to disagree. You can agree to disagree. Because a lot of times everyone is not always going to be on the same page. There is no, that's not reality. That's not real life. But let's say and I have to say the names. I have to say the names of what I'm talking about. For example, not to be all whatever incendiary and salacious and create drama and all this. Nah, it's just what it is, bro. I'm not lying about a 7-hour spaces. That was headed by your man Buck from Fiat. I'm not lying about that. It's not whatever. But yeah, he was the one that talked about this, the elephant in the room. There's a void in the community. You could say that, yeah, but it's I have my opinions about that, but that's not the point. It's not the point. Everything was all good until a week ago. Like my whole thing is not literally. I'm just metaphorically speaking. For example, Pulse Nation had a stream, had Buck and Dylan on that stream. For example, right before the 7-hour spaces, they were all on the stream. Everything was, what it was, as far as the stream happened, this and that. And then Disciple expressed his feelings about how people, you can't always trust what people are saying, like especially in crypto. You can't always take things at face value. It doesn't matter, because some of us, we can understand, we can hear what folks are not saying because of the experiences that we've had in our lives. You can't trust everyone out here just like that. And that was well received. And I'm paraphrasing what the man said in the stream, but the whole panel was cracking up. Buck was there, Dylan was there, West Disciple, B Roots jumped on. Like it was just a thing, late night, whatever. It was to the point where, Buck didn't even feel offended. He threw a super chat and said, "Oh, Disciple for president." I remember this was a year ago. Oh no, not it was last summer, July, end of June, July-ish. Before Richard got caught up with the Alphabet Agency drama. And then not too long after that stream, Pulse Nation, Buck gets on a 7-hour thing, and he's starting to tell the people, there's a void here. He's afraid for PulseChain to not really. He wants PulseChain to succeed, this and that. But then talks about toxic maximalists, like and that where did that energy come from? Where did the toxic? Where did that that label come from? Where did this come from? Just because people want to pretty much adopt the successful winning strategies that allowed, they say, 2,000 people in Hex community, 2,000 verified addresses to see millions of dollars worth of crypto at the height of the previous bull market. Just because people want to do maybe the same thing, right? Maybe delay a gratification, all that cliche stuff now that's become like second nature to most of us. Maybe you want to think long term and do things with Hex that, maybe not trade as much and just, experience massive gains. That's wrong. All of a sudden, the narrative of 10,000x went out the window because these guys are talking about 10x because they're thinking they're comparing things to valuation and market cap and all this stuff that was already challenged, that Hex, by virtue of Hex alone, debunked. All of a sudden, we hearing these narratives again be supported, right? They're like, oh no, it could, I don't see it happening in this cycle. Maybe 10x, maybe 20x. Like we're saying to ourselves, yo, what are y'all talking about? What happened? Come to find out, this man has been somewhat, Buck has been somewhat of some type of contrarian antagonist since the beginning. I didn't know, but I just don't like the rhetoric and sometimes even the double talk. And I'm gonna tell you how it gets a double talk. But this is like the beginning of what I'm trying to say of like why I said, you know what, to heck with all this. These people are doing things, and it's just like going against everything, For you to say that, we don't like builders and things. No, we don't like scam. I don't. I'm not gonna say I don't appreciate scammers because I've been scammed a lot in the time I've been in crypto. I've been scammed on numerous occasions. That's how you learn. That's how you learn. That's how you accept from your mistakes what you've done. You learn from it not to repeat it. But since I've been, in for the last 4 years, I haven't gotten scammed because I learned. But when you say things like these things, it's almost like, oh no, you just brainwash. You drinking the Kool-Aid. You're too narrow-minded. But you want to succeed. You're hearing someone who had at least a mindset, the presence of mind, a man who didn't have to do this, like Richard, to say, hey, I'm gonna teach the world, founders, hodlers, owners of exchanges are three ways people become wealthy in crypto. Created a way for you to experience that. Albeit is boring. Hex, staking and is boring, yeah. But I rather, build wealth in a boring way than build wealth, generational wealth in a stressful way, where I'm clamoring every day, I'm sweating, panicking. Why didn't Glizzy pay me? Is Glizzy working? Oh, it's not working. Oh, they rugged. Oh, it's a new launch, a new Glizzy for the next Glizzy. What are we doing? I get Richard has said, oh, he wants something that's going to, he wants somebody to do something. Oh, I remember in a couple of streams, he said, oh, he prays that someone creates something to short Hex. He prays that somebody comes through to short Hex. Okay, Buck got that advantage. He took advantage of that. First mover's advantage. I don't listen, man. I might sound crazy, but I'm not a hater like that. Okay, you got it. But when you're condescending, you speak with a certain level, right? You have this level of audacity to just believe that everybody didn't get it. What do you think? Like, are you Richard Hart? No, you're not. You played your position. You're doing what you could do, and okay, then you downplay and you disrespect it, and then you wonder why you get weird feedback from people simply telling you the truth. Some people went even deeper in this community to attack them. They went even deeper. They didn't get the smoke, the same type of smoke though, that folks who just had common dialogue, like Pulse Nation, just had just easy dialogue, easy. It wasn't even like as crazy as it was 4 or 5 months ago. We people laughing, everybody laughing. Do send a super chat. So you create this platform where people can short Hex, leverage trading, something that Richard was always talking about. Oh man, you want to get wrecked? Go do some leverage trading. Ladies, liquor, and leverage, all that. Richard with his idioms. Ladies look at leverage. Oh, now, okay, this guy, okay, this group right here, okay, lending. We got some lending if you want. You got a DEX if you want. You have a leverage trade opportunity if you want, collateral, whatever. As if that's a healthy choice. But hey, I'm not, listen again, I'm not a hater. But one thing I'm not dealing with that. I don't leverage trade. I don't trade. I don't, oh, you don't trade, you must be toxic. You see how the stories spin? It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And there's been all kinds of drama because Twitter keeps you abreast, because people just go to the Twitter and they just regurgitate, they just vomit. Blah. All kinds of stuff. Thumb thugging. Oh, this, that, this and that, this and that. And now we have spaces. Well, we had spaces for, a good few years already, but spaces, this and that. But I don't hear folks like really, really talk. At least make it entertaining for people. I don't want to hear people like just on one side. They just keep hurling curses. That's how people have bad reputations now. You got communities that people don't want to mess with at all, because anytime you go to the spaces, you just hearing craziness, immature banter, cursing, and all this. And like, oh man, what these people acting like kids? You want no part of that. You want to listen to that. And they may very well have good points, good talking points. They may very well have, but because of the way they message, the messaging, when you want to talk about outbound messaging and the next best thing, like the best type of crypto situation, they don't care because it came from you and they don't like you. It's because of what you've done and what you stood for, and et cetera, et cetera. And meanwhile, there's no communication. Maybe if there was a communication, there'd be better understanding, a better understanding that might not lead to resolve, but understanding to know and appreciate where you stand. If you're gonna be, for example, and excuse my language when I say this, if you're gonna be a dickhead and you stand on that, well, at least you let it be known, right? Because at this point, it's like, look, this is what I've been saying recently. I'd rather you say, no, you win it. Listen, man, because in the spirit of what? Transparency. I'd rather you say, you all about fleecing. This is what you do. Don't pretend like you some type of whatever, when you really like, a liar, a deceiver, a scammer, because it shows. Your actions are supposed to support what you say. But if there's an imbalance there, that's a conflict. People are going to notice that on the internet. Imagine on the internet, they're going to see, because the blockchains don't lie. You launch Glizzy token, you're going to have people already bringing up the files, showing the receipts, and plastering it on all over social media. The minute they see something crazy going on, the minute they see anything janky, remotely shady, oh, it's going to be on Twitter. Oh, who's this? Oh, look at this activity. What's going on? What address is this? Glizzy. Yeah, it's a problem. No matter what you're talking about. But these people don't come together. And this is part of the and there may never be a resolve. There may never be a resolve. Who knows? All I'm saying is I'm looking at things going on, and people, they, when excuse me, when individuals, a lady told me in my job 10 years ago, she said, these people cannot be wrong and strong. Like you can't just be wrong and strong and think that that's a win for you. Think that makes sense. You got people here. That's the idea they adopt. That's the philosophy. That's what they stand on, being wrong and strong about. They will double back. They will reinforce their wrong positions, right? They won't concede. Like, why? You love to think, oh man, this is how egotistic, this is how proud you are. What is this about? I know, for example, like I can't be anything outside of me, but what I consciously try to do, and that's from years and years and years. I'm still trying to get it together. Is be conscious of what I think about before I say. Before I speak, I think. I think about what I'm going to say before I say it. Because sometimes, like, words have power. They carry an energy, and when words land a certain way, you never know how it's going to impact someone else who's hearing it, right? Never mind what you do and what you, if you, I mean, come on, we're adults. This community got beef with that community, got beef with that community, got beef with that community, and no one's talking to each other. That's the bottom line. Outside this 45-minute whatever, the Glizzy stopped paying, and it's just that the Glizzy stopped paying, and then all they could do is continuously go inward, beef with each other, because after a while, no one's listening. People are gonna stop listening. You could have had the best product, you could have, or the best strategy, and no one's gonna care because of what you display, whether you want to believe it or not. And a lot of times, show me your friends, I'll show you who you are. You know, by default, we take hits and are lumped up through whatever, who we align with, associate with, things of that human nature, human behavior, man. We gravitate towards folks that you know we attracted and aligned with mentally, whatever, in whatever capacity. We got commonalities. Cool. When you're watching some weird energy, some things going on and it goes unnoticed, it becomes a bigger problem. Because this is what is it? It's just a problem on top of a problem when it doesn't have to be that way. Yeah, the prices are low. We know that. But the crypto hasn't changed. It's just the sentiment, the mindset of the people. We're given things and we fuck shit up. It's the people that messing. The blockchains don't care about our feelings and what we do. These Glizzy tokens we create don't care about what we feel, how we feel today, and things of that nature. They're there for us to use in a certain way, and whatever. You know, like I don't know what's going on in space. I don't know if it's an industry thing. I don't know if this whatever, but it's problematic. It's problematic, especially if you're talking about new people coming in. New people are coming in what aspect, in what capacity? Not only through your way, because there are multiple communities that are here. They could come in through a bunch of different ways that you're not even aware of. And those who dig deep, those who really want to investigate and they discover certain things, it might be like off-putting. Some of us have been here for years. We understand the dynamics better than someone who's fresh off the street. They come through here, they're like, oh, these people are lunatics. I think we are stark raving mad, because what we do here, this culture, is not something that could be well received by the layman, by the laity, right? Normal people will not understand what we're dealing with here, man. We are tip of the spear, all of us, all crazy, foolishness we got going on here, man. Granted, listen, I'm talking to you about Buck, and look at how he calls himself. His whole thing is hypersexualized. It's crazy. You think normal people will look at that and just be like, oh, yeah, oh, wonder, oh, okay, you're dealing with something rational. There's no rationality here, even though we are just leagues above everyone else, leagues ahead of everyone else in understanding everything that's taking place here. But the shenanigans and the nonsense, when they do get called out, because it's enough, it's a thing about, okay, you calling things out, things get called out. But how often are things going to get called out where there's no resolution? So you're going to keep calling things out for the next 10, 15 years for the rest of your days? And no one's going to come together and do this and that, do this and that? Like I explained to RG yesterday. So RG, man, I talk shit. This is what I do, man. This is what I do. Talk crap. I'm loud, whatever. Maybe I'm sometimes calm. I start calm and then I end up passionate, blah, 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 blah. But it's not from a bad place. Like I don't hate anybody here. You know what I'm saying? Hate it takes too much energy. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't know. I really don't know anyone here. You know, like in real life. Like, who knows, you know? So why expend all that energy with some contrived stuff and things that happen and take it to heart? Because again, I can't contradict myself though. Because when people say certain things about what you're invested in, that's affecting your money. That's the problem. That's the problem with all this right here, y'all. Everyone's here for money. I respect the technology because if it wasn't the technology, we wouldn't be here chasing maximum gains, the highest levels of gains known to man. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the tech. We're here for the bread. We're here for the bread. We want to keep the bread and keep making more of it. But I'm not going to get into somebody's ego chamber either. I don't do ego chamber. There's a difference between that and echo chamber. I don't, somebody in their ego party, they think they're right. Everybody thinks they're right. Everyone thinks that what they got going on is the best thing, absent of the founder's voice, which he's present on Twitter. He's just not, visibly streaming or whatever. Okay. And everyone just tries to, and then talk crap about, like, from people who believed in him. That's the thing. Like the people who believed in the beginning, and now you just, it doesn't make sense. People coming behind are looking at it and saying, "Oh man, this is crazy." But then you get caught in your own enclave, your own circles of individuals, and all this and that. And this is what you do. And here we are. All fragmented, divided. We're like, the 8 legs of a spider. I'm on this leg, you on that leg, and then there's 6 other legs, and then there's legs within those legs. Maybe that's what happens with a blockchain launches too, right? A blockchain is no longer about just hex. We have PulseChain with what, over 14,000. I haven't checked this week the chain, but thousands of coins, most of them garbage. But we want to hold on to something because we want to believe in something. We want to believe. I mean, we don't believe. Again, this is futile. If we have no faith, this doesn't work. If we have no faith, no bueno. None of this works. No, Glizzy ain't gonna pay. Glizzy ain't gonna pay. It stopped paying. A person in the Hex community. Excuse me. Shout out to the chat. You got me rambling. A person in the community on Twitter timeline yesterday who's well known. I would say, and I say well known because he was at the beginning. The message Hodl Dog put on Twitter. I mean, it's harsh, but this is what I'm saying. It didn't come from nowhere. It's not like he just woke up and just put that there. Those are a bunch of sentiments many people have been feeling. Many people have been feeling and witnessing. Whether you feel it or not, you've been seeing these things. Day by day or week by week or month to month, it's just been a constant buildup. This thing has been building up, folks. It's not just out of nowhere. And And where is it just oh ha ha ha? It's just a moment. Is this the tweet of huh? No, but like, is this just a temporary thing that you just gonna? It's the drama of the day and that's it. No, this has been since PulseChain launched. It's over a year PulseChain launch. Like this is, you know, since PulseChain launch. Let me be fair. Like I said, since last summer, for me, I noticed these things. I'm just one person though. Well, I could only speak from my perspective. Since last summer, since like the end of June into July, these things have been like unfolding, not to the level where, but it's been unfolding. And those of you who have been in here since the beginning, the diehard the beginners, the ones that took most of the hits, who have big followings and big channels. Do you care to even talk about what y'all dealing with? What's going on in the community and your reputation? Because when your reputation is shit in crypto, you have to move mountains to repair that. That's just, I'm not lying. I'm not making these things up, people. New people, pay attention. And then it gets to a point where you like, you want to just give up and say, what the hell is this about? That's if you put your best foot forward. And if you didn't achieve the same results, it's your decision to either continue or do something else or whatever. But when you stain your reputation, in crypto, you will never live that down. The community, somebody will always remind you that you are a part of BitConnect. Someone is always going to remind you that you rug pulled this, that you rug pulled that you were a part of arbitraging.co. They always going to remind you. Out of many scams, so I don't know. It has to make sense. It has to make sense because 4 years ago at this time, it was in the height of the lockdown. Like the world was locked down. It was a different time for everybody, man. Different paradigm, different everything. It was ugly. It wasn't cool. And then you had individuals like me and a slew of other people attacking Hex. And y'all that been here, y'all had to take all of that. I did videos, I did music. I was doing crazy. I was just like, man, you guys ain't gonna win. Get out of here. I ate my words. I ate them all up. Because what I thought I knew, I didn't. And a lot of people are going to experience that again, potentially. Because the vitriol and the animosity and the negativity, that crazy energy that's present now, it reminds me of back then, except there was no blockchain back then. There wasn't a DEX, right? These things didn't exist. Now we have more. And we're still behaving like we're ungrateful. Right? Like, you got sub-communities of communities of communities of communities, thanks to an idea that was birthed from the mind of one man. And we can at least at minimum just be grateful for that. You're still making a lot of money in the bear market off of PulseChain. That's and then you're not scamming people. Hey, that's not something that a person should take for granted, because you don't know what you have until you lose it. A lot of us, myself included, I want to hold on to the core. What am I? I'm still toxic for that. See it however you like. It don't matter to me. What you eat don't make me shit. Like, how you feel doesn't pay my bills. How I feel doesn't pay yours. unless you have everything, including everything in crypto and in DeFi. It might affect, my words may affect somebody because that's the power some of us yield when we talk about these things on the internet. You've seen people dump off of tweets that Richard has said. You've seen people dump billions of crypto within this past year, because they get affected, emotionally charged, triggered. And still to this day, I see it. And like, you're not gonna fix everything. I get it. But the majority, I see a lot of things, like a lot of the loud energy. Like, come on, man. The loud energy of one side can meet another loud energy of another side until it drowns out. And then where you're at, you're gonna keep being loud, keep trying to scream, into what end? What's the point? You realizing how mortal you are, even in on the blockchain. The mortality doesn't disappear. Your mortality rate doesn't disappear because you're on the internet. You could be whoever you want to be online. But when you believe that you're somebody, right, in life, or that you have a presence online and that your word counts and things of that nature, something is going to show you that it doesn't even matter. There's always somebody else out here that has a wider reach, more resources, et cetera, than you. Just like when the opposite is true. A lot of us like to complain and try to look for woe is me, be sad for me, and this and that. I'm going through all this hard stuff. Respectfully, there's always somebody out there that got it worse than you. So what's the point? The balance. Where's the harmony? The fine line, towing the line. So like this whole thing, this is all complicated, man. The balance, man. It's complicated because it's worse when your feelings get involved, right? We're human beings. We're not machines, unless you're a sociopath or some type of psychopath. You have a conscience. You may like somebody. You like what they do. You like what they speak about. You like, and then they make a mistake and it's like, oh man, what you doing? But then when the person who made the mistake that you like doesn't take accountability, doesn't act in a responsible way, completely detracts from everything you have to say, oh yeah, they deserve everything that's coming to them. Because this is all about the bread. This is all about money, in my opinion. This is it. But when they do hold themselves accountable, it's different. Okay, you learn. Okay, you apologize, whatever. You want to make things right, and you put your best foot forward. Okay, go ahead. But when you double back on your wrong crap, you wrong and strong, it's a wrap. And a lot of people right here are just doing that, acting like they're wrong, acting like they're right, but they're really wrong and strong, because it's reflected in these charts. People get upset, they dump everything. All the core coins that just dump. Why do you think everything is where it is? As far as the tokens that got us here. There's people sell. They're not enough buy. People don't, they're not caring right now. They're distracted. Maybe not. Who knows? Different communities don't want to see, don't want to agree, and are not. But I tell you what, we all love entertainment. And this community does not. I mean, I'm telling you, you'll be entertained. I don't watch TV. In my real life, I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV for years, and I just go to DeFi PulseChain community. That's my source of entertainment for real. Good, bad, or ugly. It's my guilty pleasure. But at minimum, and something, think about maybe something even bigger than debates. Because a lot of y'all took it to a serious place, a serious point. Like what I'm saying is, be entertaining. You're an entertainer. You're natural. You like to disrespect one another, whatever. But I want you to exercise some intelligence with all this and explain why you feel the way you feel and the other people feel the way they feel. But y'all throwing real serious accusations at one another. You'll call each other like criminals. You'll say things like terrorists. You guys are just blase blah, and then tag alphabet agencies. How is that resolving anything? You probably don't even care to resolve. Maybe it's past the point of anything. Maybe. Or maybe not. Is it really that serious in a sense where you gotta, I don't know, maybe it is, man. I'm not gonna judge. I'm just making an observation. What's up, y'all? You see, you got me rambling, man. Y'all disciple in the building, Reggie Bone in the building, Andretti in the building, Rolando in the building, everybody here, man. What's going on? Das Child. People. I saw something and I'm gonna talk about there's things that unfortunately when you heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Everybody that holds some type of leadership position in their lives have to face serious criticism, scrutiny that comes with the position, feedback, all these things, man. And the reason why I say what I said about Glizzy don't pay me, because Maddie did something that it left nothing but question marks in me. And in addition with everything else that's happened the whole year, like you've seen everything. And then the thing is, like, he's a proponent to do good work. He's a proponent like to do great work. Like, you've done great, work that you've done many people will never do. Again, like I said, the same thing to RG3. Like this there's a group of y'all that just like, you get busy. Y'all get busy in these crypto streets for real. That's not even cliche. Like, literally get busy in these crypto streets, man. And I mean, the sudden wealth syndrome thing hit home. When I first saw a sudden wealth syndrome stream in 21, I got in the community in 21. I first saw this stream. I was like, sudden wealth syndrome, what is this? And then I heard the man describe what it was. I was like, yo, this thing is real. It doesn't matter. This thing is applicable. Is sincere. It's relative. Crazy powerful. I'm like, oh no, this guy, he's on something else. He's on a different wave. The dude said sudden wealth syndrome. I never heard the thing coined. I remember growing up watching people win the lotto and fuck all that money up a year later. Won $5 million, 6 months later, they're broke. That's the sudden wealth syndrome he's talking about. Oh, they put a name to it? I remember in the mid-'80s, they would watch on TV, black and white television. I'm watching people, oh yeah, millionaire this, millionaire that, lotto. And sometime later, they'll tell you whatever happened to this lotto play. You can find it on YouTube now. You can find it. The dude gave it a name. He called it that. Man, come on, bro. And he put it out there. Like, there's a thing with marketing. When I respect people who know how to market, you learn a lot from people who know how to market. Because it grabs you in a natural, organic way. Yo, he put the sudden wealth syndrome 2021 when the bull market was raging, bruh. Like, that was like, oh, shoot. Man, you so excited. You watching your account flip, triple, quadruple, quintuple, flip 6 times in a week. Man, you on cloud Cloud Menemenon, planet Shyamalan, a planet you can't even verbalize, that you can't even utter. You that excited. You beside yourself. And then you have to somehow come back to the ground, come down to earth, and understand some Southern Wealth Syndrome. And this is something that just offered for free online every week. When was it? Thursdays. Man, learning. And along the way, even until now, I mean, it's just like he's done work. Never mind the conferences, these effort, all these things. And then launch this, and then it's like, come on, bruh, what do you, come on, bruh. And that's me being real, man. So what? That's why you get the feedback from people like Huddle Dog saying these, because this is a culmination. It's like sometimes everything that we watching that's not working out, like as far as like from that's being launched from people, OG hexagons and things that they doing, that's just seem like it's just they following a different path. They're kind of veering on their own independent type of thing, strategy. And if it doesn't work out, it's almost like another straw that keeps breaking this poor camel's back. It's like, oh man, another one, like, bruh. I can't help but be me. As far as how I react, I'm like, oh, come on, man. Like Lil Boosie in the Vlad chair. We're like, come on, man. I mean, come on, what are we doing? Because a lot of y'all, we look at you and it's like for a reason, like, again, heavy is the head that wears a crown. Like people who come, you have some type of like the community watches you, they follow for a reason. They listen for a reason. They do things for a reason, doing things that people are not doing. And you stay committed to it. That attracts a certain level of recognition in a certain way, naturally. And then you launch Glizzy and it doesn't, come on, bruh. And things that are happening, it seems like it's like, even me, I never launched anything. And I have a better understanding, like, oh, wait, because people are teaching. That's another thing about this community. You got people who just freely teach. So you learn. Oh man, if you do that, that might not, come on, man. Why you do that? Like, why are you doing this? Not necessarily launching Glizzy, but it's the things that happen after you launch Glizzy that people are like, yo, like, you, huh? Come on, man. And maybe, and it's up to the person, it's up to the people. Like, again, I don't have any beef. I don't know these people. I don't hate. It's just hate is too much, too harsh of a word, right? It increases your heart rate, blood pressure. For what? It's too much energy. No. I'm talking. Speaking, identifying things. It's crazy because these people, like, it's like, yo, nah, man, because we've had legitimate bona fide grifters come and go, like, no questions about it. Like, there's people that have been here that's like, y'all, come on, man, get out of here. And they just all around, that's what they do. And so it just looks crazy when folks we hold to a higher standard by default. Seem like they're teetering on something else. And it's like, oh, nah, come on. Yeah, how many grifters have come that have gone and disappeared for real? They've been around. I could name a few, but they don't matter because I'm not giving them any light. There was one time where I was going against like the sacrifice, like, where y'all at? All these sacrifices that got all this money. Like, you got other projects that launched already. What happened? Why are y'all taking so long? You've had millions of dollars. And then when they came out, it's like, okay, well, now you have to prove your salt. You have to prove your worth. Time will tell. It's not that we necessarily against. I just don't want to get rugged. I don't want to fleece. And I don't want to have my viewers or people who listen to me, my audience, experience getting fleeced and lost, experience losing money like that. That's a bad feeling. It's terrible. It's terrible. And even just me, I have to be mindful of just being accountable and mindful of what I'm saying here, because I know and understand that people don't do their research maybe as well as they may perhaps should, or else there wouldn't be a lot of hacks that are still taking place and scams, and all this is always going to be there. But I also know as a content creator, folks are only going to listen as far as what I say. That's why it's hard for me to just promote and talk about different things. I've been offered to promote things and I turn them all down because I'm like, nah, I'm not, that's not me. I've seen what happens to people who promote things and it doesn't work out for them. And I'm just here just simply making content here. I'm not here to try to be BitBoy Crypto, Altcoin Daily, Altcoin Buzz, Ivan on Tech, Sonny Decree, Superman, right? Lark Davis, Box Mining, Cryptos R Us, all these guys. I'm not trying to be them. Omar, Crypto O, I'm not trying to be them. Chico Crypto, the list goes on. Crypto Blood, all of them. I'm not trying to be them. I'm trying to be responsible with my content and what I say, because I know sometimes it might, if one person takes action to something they heard from me, as far as buying some investing in some Glizzy, and it doesn't work out, and who they gonna blame? Guess what? They're gonna blame me. I ain't launched nothing. I'm not long. I'm talking. People just creates things out of your likeness too, just for the sake of creating, because it's easy to make coins now. It's so easy, and they want to blame you. And then again, folks don't like to see, because misery loves company, and it seems like that energy is growing over here, and that's not cool, because success loves company too. Success loves company too. When the bull market resurfaces, like it's about to come, people, like y'all have to understand and respect these cycles, man. Like this time next year, we're going to have a totally different conversation. Yes, I said this time next year, another year from now, projected, we should have a completely different conversation. Right now is the time, they say, not financial advice, because I don't want y'all coming after me like, oh, Wonder said this and Wonder said that. You ain't getting nothing anyway, because I don't have anything. You take advantage of when everything is low, because you're going to look back around these times and be like, damn, man, I was listening to this group say that about that group, say that about this group, say that about that group. What a waste of time. What a waste of time. I could have just been keeping myself focused, centered, grounded, and sticking to my plan. That's what you're going to look at this time period for. This whole thing, man. Do you really think it's a wrap for Hex, folks? Do you really think it's a wrap for Hex? Like in your best mind, like never mind whatever hate you have for RH and the fact that you bought the top in 21 and it's all the way down till now. And do you think Hex is going to be down forever? You think PulseChain is just going to be down forever? With or without SEC, Bless CC, but with WEX CC, who cares? You think these things are just going to be where it is for time immemorial? Then if that's what you believe, you have every right to believe whatever you want. But if you're believing that and then you're still going to be sour and bitter, you might want to reevaluate some things. Because I wouldn't want to be in a situation where I'm going to consistently feel bad for the rest of my life. Like I'm consciously going to be playing in a space, investing my time, my energy, time that I can't get back, in a place where I'm just going to be bitter, salty, and upset all the time. That makes absolutely zero sense. Zero sense. A lot of us are still around because you already know what the vibes are. You understand what the vibes are. You know deep down in the center of your being, the core of your soul, whether you believe in it or not, you understand that there's something here. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you know that if you lose, if you leave, not even lose, if you leave what you got going on over here, you will regret it. That's why you stick around. Because you can't tell me you're a sub community. You hate Richard Hart deeply, deep disdain for Richard Hart. You hate all his tokens so much, but your community basically thrives off the chain that RH launched in May 10th or May 12th, 2023, which is PulseChain. You can't tell me you got so much venom for this man, but meanwhile, your budding community exists on PulseChain. It's because you know deep in your core, something is manifesting over here. It's greater than what you can understand. It's greater than what many of us can understand. That's why we can't tell what tomorrow is going to bring, but we can feel that something is special based on all the work that's been done up to this point. All the work, all this energy, everything, whether you're against it or whether you're for it, all this work, whether you hate no single-sided staking for PulseX, or you love the fact that some V3, PulseChain, the farms, all this, whatever going on, that's all work going on by the community. No one could even pinpoint. That's how decentralized and crazy this stuff is. You think these alphabet fools can identify who's really working, right? Who's really here working as far as so that the community could profit off of? They can't identify that unless the people here just say, oh yeah, what we got going on are securities. We passed the Howey test. Outside of that, it's a wrap. There's something crazy going on over here. That's why you're not leaving. Those who leave, they don't understand. But some of y'all that hate so much, like leave that. That's poison, man. All that hate, you're like drinking a bottle of poison regularly. That's gonna destroy you. Leave that alone. But all of y'all that got that and you still here, you know why. You know the vibes. You know the real deal. You know the truth. You understand. And there's nobody out here doing it like how this man has done it. There's no one out here in crypto in the world that's done it like how he's done it. And even this is still part of his story. And guess what? We're indirectly part of the story too, because we're here. You don't think people are gonna study? You don't think we're gonna be case studies in future classrooms of future institutions and academic institutions and universities throughout the world? You don't think we're part of that? You don't see what's going on here? No, you don't. You can't see past your nose. You can't see past your feelings. Yo, we're fortunate beyond comprehension. Like, really. I don't care if you can't, you agree or disagree. It doesn't matter. You have these entities here that are still caping for centralized finance. These entities here that coming into crypto, scooping up all the Bitcoin imaginable. And you want to talk about fair? Yeah, what? You need to talk about what? Oh, it's available to everyone? Most of the Bitcoin is in the hands of a few. So where's the fairness in that? This is what I mean about everything is opposite over here. Because what they take seriously, we take as a joke, and we flip it on them, and we make things satirical, right? We create parodies, we create memes, we create jokes off of the money supply that gets printed literally out of thin air in crypto. We make jokes about it. You don't see how deep that is, that reverse? This is what's going on over here. That's why we're not regular people. That's why I say we're lunatics, raving mad. But I don't say that to be pejorative either. And some of us are here more than just for the sake of being lucky. Some of us are here because we're trying to really exercise our minds to the fullest potential and bring a high level of intelligence, like seriousness, for real. Because if there was nothing here, these conglomerates, central banks across the world owning Bitcoin, who would have thunk it? They wouldn't have to, because they would look at this and say, oh, this is meaningless. This is a joke. No. We're front running the front runners of the front runners of all that legacy crap. And they don't like that. But it's catch me if you can. Catch us if you can, yo. And at the same time, while we dealing with all this stuff, we want to infight and do all this weird, stupid, nonsensical nothing that yields what? It yields what? Because this is the crazy part too. A lot of communities are excited that they're not a part of, who they don't like in the community, right? Everyone is beefing with everybody, right? If you're so happy about making money, why are you always bitter? If you're so happy that you're making so much money in the bear market, why do you always have this tone of saltiness about you? Why do you have this air of bitterness? Add some honey to you. If you drink tea, do something that'll bring sweetness to your freaking life. If you're making money hand over fist during the bear market and it got nothing to do with the founder and what he's created to allow you to even make money on this chain, why are you so bitter? Why are you looking for attention and screaming and jumping up and down like a child? Bless the child's heart that has colic and suffering from different conditions, but you're crying. You're doing a blood clot crying and whining, but you're making money every day. You're whining, but you don't know what it looks like. You're not getting that currency because the Glizzy stopped paying you. No, you're misdirected. You're misdirected. And you're missing the plot even in your own right while you think you're making money outside of RH coins on top of the RH blockchain. You're missing the point. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than you. It's bigger than you because you want to be able to at least be happy if you're making money in a time where everything is where it is right now. We're not going to really go deep in the macro level of things, but we could understand things are not the way we would like them to be in our normal lives, cost of living through the roof, et cetera, et cetera. If you're making money daily, passive income, and you're still pining and vying for everyone's attention, crying, insulting, cursing, yelling, being bitter and immature, check yourselves. Because what you're trying to achieve, you might not get the favorable results that you're looking for. You may not, and you have to ask yourself why. Look in the mirror. Ask yourself why your groups haven't been growing as you might think in your head that they should. Ask yourself, what is it that you're doing that you can do differently? We have to do a self-check. Why are we here? What is the point? Why are we here? You have to do a self-check constantly. If I feel pain in somewhere, I got to check it out. I got to check it out. Or if whatever I'm doing is not working, go see a specialist, go see a provider, whatever, because I don't want to live in pain, especially if I'm happy, right? If you're happy in the bear market because you're making money off your Glizzy tokens, why are you bitter because everyone else is not paying attention to you? You should be like, oh man, I'm so fortunate. I'm grateful for what I have. But it's because something is missing. Something's missing. You got to check that out. Because the game is to be sold, not sold. I can't give it all away. Only a few people understand. And it's okay. It's okay. But the Glizzy stopped paying. You got to wonder why the Glizzy stopped paying. And people, listen, a lot of y'all like to talk and create streams. I'm one of them. I like to talk and create streams. That's clear. But sometimes when it's really hot in these streets, in these crypto streets, it's really hot. Is it really that hot that you can't talk? Is it really that hot that you can't, do a whatever kind of, whatever, call it a debate, but the debate might just be turned into a shit show or whatever. But at least you air things out, and it is what it is. And there's an understanding. But folks don't like to respect communication. I think I do. I think it's necessary. I think communication just will open the doors. Will create fellowship. Will build bridges, not tear them down. Not engender animosity and beef and vitriol. And then they'll tell you they don't care, but then they're going to go on their platform and still beef and yell and scream, but you're making money every day. Make it make sense. Good people. Thank you for rocking with me this long, man. I can't put a link like I would like to. Good morning to everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good day to everyone, y'all. Rock with me this long, man. Duty calls. Yes, duty calls. Everybody, yo, I'm gonna shout you out real quick, right here, real quick. With Crypto Bigfoot, Finn Bear in the building. What's happening? Thoughts, child. Okay, you already know. Al Merlos. Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all. Z in the building. Prospector. Y'all are crazy in the building. Yo, these guys, man. Wait, as above, so below. I like that name, man. Very esoteric. What are we doing, man? All right, this is what I'm gonna do real quick, man, because I contradict myself a lot. I admit it though. See, that's the difference. I learned to admit that. Before I got married, right? I'm gonna say this, right? Before I got married, my wife would tell me, a whole bunch of stuff, and I'd be like, "Yeah, I contradict myself," and it diffuses That's it, man. I'm not giving you no more game. I'm not giving you all no more game. I'm gonna drop a link real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving y'all no more game. I'm gonna drop a link because I got some things I need to do real quick. But I'm gonna drop a link real quick. Yeah, because I'm not I'm not perfect. I'm not I'm not perfect. I'll say it. Because you know why? There's another thing about like growing in life that I learned to love. Like the older as years go by, I still feel like I'm 18, yo. I guess it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, but my body reminds me of different. That is different. Yeah. It's not the same. But yeah, what I remember though, what I appreciate as we get older, like for me, life gets just a little bit more simple in a way where if I don't like something, I'm just gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you Your tolerance is like, oh man, certain things I used to put so much importance on and with emphasis, it don't matter. It don't matter. Grand scheme, it don't matter. Like, let me tell you something real quick, right? I'm gonna put a link in the thing real quick. Like, yeah, but we don't be like, 10 more minutes or something like that. But I'm gonna put a link real quick. Like, I took my lady out recently. Like, yeah, let's check out this spot. I heard this spot is a nice, eatery restaurant. Took her out. We got to the restaurant, y'all. Oh my God. Why, bro? Why? Because, I'm a man of a certain age. We pull up and it's and I already knew. I was like, oh man. Nice day. It was nice, very festive, everything, but and I was fighting it. I was fighting it. We get to the maitre d. I'm like, yeah, but the closer you got, like to the maitre d, is like I'm feeling the vibrations of the thing. Boom to the 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 boom. I'm like, never mind. We ain't coming in here, man. That's it, man. It's too vibrant. It's too loud. It was too loud, man. Bless everybody's heart that was there, though, man. Because I was there one time, like in my youth, where you all like that loud stuff. Nah, man. I need quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like things are different, man. Shout out to you young people that trying to figure things out, but you need us to guide you, man. Don't forget. You need us to impart some wisdom, give y'all some wisdom because we want you to go far. Don't disrespect like that. Don't disrespect your elders in a sense, man. In life, period. Don't do that, man. Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't exist. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the people who came together and helped create us. Man, please, folks, man, respect those who came before you and those who are in this community who's trying to do things in a certain way so that we could all win, you know? Let's let it keep going, man. Yeah, man, that thing was I was like, yo, I couldn't, and it was like, good tunes, but it was too much for me. And I heard the food was good in there, but it was too loud. I couldn't even hear myself think. I'm like, no, I'm not. What am I, 19? This is what we doing? Not doing that. Not doing that. Not doing that. Not doing that, bro. Not doing that. Not doing that. Not gonna stay too long, folks, but put the link in the thing, man. Just you know, yeah, man. Like, I didn't have any music on. See, why y'all let me just keep talking like that, man? With nothing in the background. Oh yeah, because sometimes the music in the background is so like it's annoying, man. Like it distracts me. You know what I mean? Like I don't no. No, listen, I'm still excited. I'm still excited. I'm still excited for the space, for what's to come. 100%. 100%. We disciple building.
What's going on, my man?
The disciple. What is happening, man? How are you?
Excellent, man. Excellent. About to jump on this flight or whatever, but I just wanted to jump on and say, man, I appreciate you. Love the work.
Oh,
Love the words. I'm pretty sure everybody that's on appreciates you as well, man. Keeping this dialogue or this monologue
thank you,
going
brother.
and keeping the energy up
Yeah, man.
focus on the main thing, because
Yeah,
these last couple of years, there's been a lot of distractions, and we already knew that was going to happen. It's something we already talked about because we've been through it.
yeah,
But
yeah, for
it's
sure.
when all of these things are going on, it's easy to get distracted and kind of lose focus on okay, why do we all come here? What we're trying to do? What are we trying to do?
Yeah,
It talks about in the book of Corinthians, fight not as one that beateth the air. you know, be temperate in all things. Like
Mm-hmm.
know the mission, know what you're here for. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's important to stick to your goals and to what you set forth and follow through, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So appreciate you,
100%.
man. Appreciate you.
Likewise, man. Appreciate you too, man. What you offer, no one can duplicate. You know what I mean? Like that's the truth. That's the truth, man. Try to keep things. You guys keep my sword sharp. You got the Pulse Nation and a few other people keep my swords sharp. I told RG the same thing. Like y'all keep my swords sharp. Even people who don't like us, who don't, who might not. It's not even about like. It's about who may not agree. Y'all keep my
Right,
sword sharp because it reminds me of why I'm even here and what I'm doing. Like okay, maybe I need to evaluate or reevaluate or do nothing at all, and that's
right,
fine. That's well appreciated.
right. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's
Man,
all different types
man,
of deliveries. There's all different types of ways that information can be delineated, you know. And so I think
yeah,
that, you know, the mindset was, hey, we already know all of this stuff is going to get ready to happen, as far as people launching this, people launching that, mindset about this, mindset about that. You know, don't forget the principles. Don't get caught out there. You
yeah,
see a lot of
yeah,
people
man,
getting harmed from liquidity rug pulls, straight up scams, whatever it is, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah,
so
man,
hey,
100%.
we're so close to something epic, man. Don't lose.
Yeah, 100%. I feel it. I mean, come on. Yes, we're so close. We're there. We're not even close. We're there. It just has to catch up to us.
Yeah,
We're already wealthy people. We're wealthy beyond our means. And you just have to know that and accept
right,
it. Like, you have your health, your wherewithal, you're able to do things. You have, a stability in your life and things of that nature. This faith that we lend is already within us. So we attracting, and it's gonna come in its proper time. But let us attract what we deserve. We already here, bruh. We got it. It's just we just waiting for everyone else to catch up. And as far as like the whole market
right.
sentiment to change and blah blah blah, and watch how it's gonna just come pouring in our intangible wallets, bro. Because with or without, we have us. So we'll always be wealthy,
Fact,
bro. Always, bro. We got the information. We got the
facts.
knowledge. The knowledge is gonna chase. The money's gonna chase the knowledge, bro. It's gonna chase us, our well-being, our intelligence, bro. We applying ourselves. This is what we've been doing. Yo, it's worth. There's no value. There's no monetary or nominal value you could attach to this, bro. We there already. Right? That's because this is why, it's almost like when they say we get money comes into us, it just highlights who we are because that shit didn't give us any value. We gave it value. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
you know, it's just what it is, bro. We use it to barter and exchange, and things have become what they are now. But bro, we there already, man. That's why I used to say I'm bullish every day, like more because it's closer and closer to what we need to go through as far as this next cycle. It's beautiful, bro. This next cycle
yeah.
is gonna every cycle outdoes the previous. So why are we not thinking about these things, bro? Like, come on. Every
Yeah,
cycle outdoes the previous cycle, man. So look what's in front of us.
yeah.
Look, don't disrespect this next cycle. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't say 10x.
Nah,
I'm not
nah,
gonna do that. I'm not gonna
we're not
disrespect.
doing that.
Come on,
Yeah,
man. Come on.
yeah. Be realistic. Nah, you
Right.
you can do that over
This is
there.
crypto. Exactly. You could do that in financial legacy. It's
Yeah,
the opposite over here. You could do all that, be realistic over there.
right.
Be realistic in TD Ameritrade,
Yeah,
grayscale and all. Be realistic with them. Over here, it's a different world. Okay? That realistic and this realistic is two different languages.
Totally.
Yo, bro. And then to the point where they're telling you skip cycles. Like, how do you skip a cycle? What do you mean skip a cycle? Like this next cycle is going to be paltry or minuscule. The next one should be the one after,
Yeah.
like 28, 29. No. We're not disrespecting any bull cycle because each bull previous to this, up to this point, outperformed the previous. We are winning. We are winning. We are winning, bro. We're here. We're here. I don't care. We're winning. Period. We're winning. It's the mindset. What you gonna? What folks are gonna say? They losing? Oh, okay, then you're gonna take everything that comes with losing. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, everything's going exactly how it's supposed to go. So
It's going how it's supposed to go.
it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff.
We just mess things up, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. But we mess things up. We have these things available to us. You know what I mean? We fuck shit up. Why? Why are we doing that? Why, man? This is all you have to do. This is it.
We have the like the need to want to suffer. And it's like we chase suffering.
Yeah.
You know, within whatever we got going on, we chased suffering. And so
yeah,
I don't know. It's a psychological thing that we all go through. But hey, I know where I'm at, man. I know what I've seen. We know where we've been. We know what we've heard and learned.
Right.
I'm chilling. Good.
Yeah, man.
All that other stuff, y'all can have it. But I'm good where I'm at.
I can have it.
PulseChain.
Exactly.
PLSX. And I'm forming the ink, and I'm good right now. All the other stuff,
yeah.
Hey, have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah. But is there you could exactly post you wanna hey, peruse through the amusement park, get on any ride available that you want. Just be aware of the risks.
Yeah, but learn the risk first. And I think a lot of people that knew they haven't really listened to much RH, So I think that's one of the important things too that we make sure to do is say, hey, this is what this is the founder, this is what he was teaching, this is why we're so excited about it. This is where we're at with it.
Right.
100%. But yeah, man,
100%,
about to hit this airport, 100%. Bro. Like I said, man, pray for me. I need them priestly prayers, bro. So
100%, man. Safe travels, man.
It's raining over here. It's raining over here in Dallas. So just like trying to get up out of here.
Prayers up.
Flight's gonna be like 10 hours. Up. So but anyway, man, I appreciate the stream, bro. You're killing it.
Oh, I'm trying, man. I get inspired by you and the great people that we have, you know what I'm saying? And this is what we're gonna keep doing this, bro. Appreciate you even coming through too, man. And safe travels, man, and everything that you do, man.
Shout out to everybody in the
chat,
man.
Man.
Peace.
Indeed. Peace. Oh man, look, listen, everybody. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is, folks. So with that, I'm gonna let y'all go. Stay strong, healthy, be well in mind, body, and spirit, and be vigilant out here, man. Be vigilant. You gotta look both ways, front and back, in these crypto streets. Like seriously, you do. Be safe, y'all. Take care.